Well, Sibelius Symphony Orchestra are happy to present Japanese conductor Yuri Nitta as well as the violinist Shion Minami, both from Japan, in a program featuring Danish composers Nikolaj, Gade and Nielsen. In Sibelius Symphony Orchestra we see this collaboration as a valuable inspiration for both parties, as well as a way of celebrating cultural exchange between our two countries, our musical culture and heritage, perceived through the eyes of Japanese artists. First of all, welcome to South Denmark, Maestro Yuri Nitta. I know that for more than 20 years you already played a significant role in presenting Danish and Scandinavian classical composers and their musical heritage of Scandinavia to the Japanese audience. You've performed them with many Japanese symphony orchestras all over Japan. Your knowledge is most impressive and certainly to some extent even more thorough than many of our Scandinavian colleagues. You also told me that you're right in the middle of the work of recording the integral of symphonies of Niels V. Gade for Naxos Japan. And you before that wrote a book on Carl Nielsen. And on top of all this, you're also the chairman of the Sibelius Society in Japan, I believe. Could you share with us how did this interest start and how did it evolve throughout the years?
Yeah, for Nordic music, yes, actually I met exactly Nordic music. Yeah, it was a time maybe 25 years ago. Yeah, and before then, I did conducted all kind of classical music, like the main classical, exactly classical, and as a Russian, French, and many kind of things. But after I had been studying the jazz book and I came back to Japan, and just then I met Niels Gade at that time, because my friend introduced me his first symphony and the Ocean Overture. And I was very surprised. Oh, such a composer is still there in Nordic country. Yeah, of course, his style is near the Mendelssohn or something Schumann or some German style, but including his music, is very, very originality. Yeah, such as melody or harmony or rhythm. And so I'm very, very interested and I like his music. And so my Nordic searching adult is began.
I believe the classical music, Western music so to speak, came to Japan around 1868 or something
Yes.
like that.
Yeah.
And naturally one can find many differences, I suppose, between the classical Japanese and the classical Western music.
Yes.
But could you tell us, how do you see the Scandinavian and the Nordic musical culture influencing Japan and the Japanese classical musical tradition?
Okay, yes. You show us the year 1868. Yeah, it was a very important year. And after that we learned mainly the German style music here. But we had the original music before, and I felt that the Nordic music and our Japanese traditional music is very related something the tonality or some the melody line, yeah. And so I felt very sympathy with Nordic music, very easily and very smooth directly, and not difficult to get the Nordic music.
Well, we know now that you love and cherish Danish and also the Scandinavian music. So the Sibelius Symphony Orchestra would very much like to introduce you to one of the most important and most cherished small works of a great Danish composer. So I will therefore have to ask you now to go to the podium, and the orchestra will present you with a score prepared specially for you. And it's been signed by all the members of the orchestra as a gift. You could call that a musical token of appreciation. And they would very much like you to conduct this piece. We don't know if you know it, but you have not to worry because the orchestra knows it quite well.
Oh.
And no matter what you will do as a conductor, they will probably just do it their own way.
Oh.
So you might as well enjoy it.
Yes.
But I think everyone will say that we enjoy the fun making music with you, and we look forward to the concerts in Alshon, which are taking place on Thursday and Friday in Haderslev this week. So please go with me to the podium, and we will let the fun begin.
Okay. Yes.
Yes.
So.
Let's go and see what happens. We just walk out of it.
Okay. Yeah.